I feel like if I sit on the
So I'm living a dream, and it's an amazing thrill. Angela's Dream Team. Make big dreams become real. I want a unit of 100 filled with positivity. You see, God makes life one big possibility. And Mary Kay, we step up, we speak up, and we succeed. Oh, yes, the Queen's Court of Sales and sharing. All that will be achieved because I am going all out without a doubt, and I will excel. And you all know that I am that super bad Angela Davenport Lamell. Woo! You guys, I am so glad that whatever you had on your plate this evening, that you totally pushed out the way and that you pressed to get here. Because I honestly tell you, the training that we're going to train you on tonight is going to blow your mind. It's going to shift your date book. I mean, who's ready to get their date book totally shifted? Like, serious, totally shifted. And I honestly tell you, you might get on and off the track, but I'm going to encourage you, if you fall off, it's okay. If you fall down and you look up, that means you can get up, okay? So first of all, I just want to share with you what we're going to be training on tonight, and that's actually our 21-day challenge. Who's super excited about 21 days?
Yes.
21 days of persistent work and consistent work. So what you're going to do right now, I mean, you guys, I want you to be so transparent with me. I'm going to tell you for 21 days, you're going to track 30 people. And right now, just by me saying that, somebody please in the audience, because I know what your brain already thought, I don't even have 30 people to track. I don't even have 30 leads. I want to see your hand so that I can share something with you that you will not be no longer thinking that thought. Is there anybody in this room who thinks, oh my gosh, I don't have 30 leads? I do have 21 days. I will be living more than 21 days, but I don't have 30 leads. Thank you so much for being transparent. You guys, honestly tell you, those ladies who raised your hand, do you have a cell phone?
Yes.
Everybody here in this room has a cell phone.
Yes.
Well, guess what? You got 30 leads. I just moved that objection off the plate. Everybody who has a cell phone has more than 30 contacts. So guess what? You don't have to worry about that, because you don't have to worry about having 30 new leads. But if some of those people, new people, get you juice on day number 1, you're going to write down 10 names. So your day number 1, let's say your day number 1 is today, May 23rd. You're going to write down 10 names and numbers of people that you know. Okay, 10. So tomorrow's going to be the 24th. You're going to write down 10 more names and numbers. And that means if you have to go through your date book or your cell phone or your referral list, you just got to find 10 people for 3 days, okay? And then on the 25th, you're going to write down 10 more names and numbers, okay? And your sheet, your tracking sheet will probably look something like this, and you're going to track these people 5 to 6 different times, okay? So right now, don't worry about like the people. I just want you to know that you got that part covered about the 30 people that you're contacting, because you have your cell phone. Cell phones these days are just like Bibles, right? Mm-hmm. People will leave home without the Bible, but they will not leave home without the cell phone. Because I know I do it all the time. Like, I'm in my car, as soon as I pull out the driveway, I'm panicking. I'm like reaching all over it. I'm like, where's the cell phone? Like, I cannot like be detached from that cell phone. So guess what? You got your cell phone, you got your leads. So for your first 10 days, you're going to put down the names and numbers of the women, your first 10 people, okay? So this sheet right here holds 10 names and numbers. If your brain is anything like mine, I don't know, but you have to customize this so that it fits you. Because for me, when I dial somebody, like I'm dialing, Madrea, my brain is like ticking, like, where do I know her from? Where did I meet her? So I will put Madrea, met her at Walmart. So that way, when I do call Madrea, I can really have a real conversation with her. So first contact, I'm going to put the date that I met her, the date that I'm calling her, which is the 23rd, and you actually have several different ways. When you get your leads, or if you're going through your cell phone, you're going to decide you're going to call her, text her, leave her a message, you booked her, no results, or call back. So once you call her, the first time what I do is I'll call them. They don't answer, I'll send a text. Hey girl, this is Angela with Mary Kay. It was so wonderful meeting you at Walmart. I just left you a voicemail. Go ahead and listen to your voicemail. And then you go to your second person. Don't wait for her to respond, because you have the whole day. If you start in the morning, sometimes people will wait till late at night to text you, or you might start at 8 or 9 o'clock at nighttime calling and texting, and then they might respond to you in the morning. So all your job is, you're only responsible for is putting the names and numbers down. You're only responsible for the activity. You are not responsible for the results. Who's excited about that?
Mm-hmm.
Your job is to get the 10 names and numbers down, okay? On day number 2, you're gonna start with your second sheet of paper or the same sheet of paper, because some sheets of papers that we have the second day on there. You're gonna do the same thing. 10 new people, and the way that you contact them. The main method is that you're contacting them 2 methods. Whether it's calling, texting, email, whatever is the best form of communication that they have chosen. But for me, what I found out, that is always calling and texting. One person gave me the email, okay, just one. So I'm usually always calling and texting, okay? So what I'm gonna share with you guys is some amazing results. And on day number 3, you're gonna do the same thing. So now that you have your 30 people, okay, they're gonna all be on the sheet. So you're gonna track them. April's gonna share more details. I don't wanna, go into her training, but you wanna make sure that for 3 days that you have 30 contacts, 10 on each sheet or 10 on each day. 10 for day number 1, 10 for day number 2, and 10 for day number 3. Is everyone clear about that?
Mm-hmm.
30 people, okay? Track them 5 to 6 different times. So this is what I'm gonna share with you guys so that your brain could be shifted immediately, okay? Because I know as women, sometimes we call people and we think, oh my God, she didn't call me back. I don't wanna bug her. I don't wanna be a bugaboo. I don't wanna keep calling her. So it's all in our mind, but just know that in Mary Kay, we are in Mary Kay. Mary Kay is for profit. We are not nonprofit, right? Wouldn't you agree? So we are in business. It's a business. So we have to shift our brain to think like a business person would think, okay? So here's the results, okay? So, and we will also give you scripts. So you don't even have to worry about, oh my gosh, I don't know what to say. We have different scripts for new consultants, different scripts for your customers, different scripts if that person is a referral, different scripts. And for me, what I've done is I've taken my scripts and I save them on my cell phone. So all I do is take that script, copy and paste, and the only thing I'm changing, if it's on day number 1, the people that I'm texting, if they're brand new leads, they get the same script. The only thing I do is change their name. So I'm not just keep typing the same thing. I just copy, paste, change the name, send it, okay? And I do on the side of my booking paper, what I'll do is I'll say booking 1, booking 2, what day, what script I sent her, so I know do not continue to send the same script. Because you will see on the sheets that we give you, every day that you contact her, there's a different script for that particular day, okay? So you're not just repeating yourself, okay? So this is the percentage of what happens, okay? So you're gonna start with your 30 contacts, friends and family members, or customer profiles. Everybody have customer profiles. Do not be afraid to go back to your customers and ask for their help, okay? The key is to contact someone at least 5 times, because this is when your booking rate will skyrocket. I want you to listen to the results. You don't have to worry and to write them down, because we're gonna give you a packet with the percentages. 2% of sales and bookings happen on the first contact. So that's very low. So don't be alarmed when you call or text or email somebody that they don't respond. Because 2% is what? A very low number, okay? 3% on the second contact. 4% on the third contact. 10% on the fourth. And here where it skyrockets. 81%, you guys, on the 5th contact or after. So now you see why it's very, very important that you contact her at least 5 times, right? 5 to 6 times, because I honestly tell you, did you hear the number jump from 4 to 5? On number 4, it was only 10. And then when it went to the 5th contact, it was 81%. So hang in there. And I honestly tell you, if you just tell yourself, it's only 10 dials, it's only 10 texts, and you really find, like, just go in your car, go in the closet, go somewhere for 20 minutes, I'm telling you guys, you can get these calls and dials and texts done so fast, and you go, boom, that's out the way, okay?
Angela, can I interrupt you for 1 second?
Yes.
I'm sorry, my husband just brought me what
I needed to give away for the evening, but my daughter wanted to come in and say hi to everybody. Can you say hi, everybody? Now you're going to be shy? We got to get in the video. Hold on so everybody can see you.
Get it over here.
Can you wave at the camera?
Look at you, so cute.
Wave at D. Wave at Auntie D. Can you wave at Auntie D?
Yeah, Mom, serious? She put me on the spot.
All right. Sorry, you guys.
Okay, that's okay.
She had to come in, throw her fit in the car.
So you guys now are totally aware to understand and to know the numbers, right? So you know in order to get the best results that you must contact them at least 5 to 6 times. So here's the deal. You're not going to be contacting them 5 to 6 times if they respond back to you and book. Because if they respond back to you and book, then you already took them off that list. So just know when you put them on the list, and say you put them on the list today, you call them and you text them, and then they call back or you call back and they leave a message. You might be texting somebody else and then they call you back and they leave a message, or just say they don't even reply. Then we have some different color codes, okay? And yellow is if you left a message and sent a text with no reply. There's going to be times when you text people and the whole day went by and they didn't reply. They didn't reply on day number 2. They didn't reply on day number 3. But on day number 4, so it's Monday, you're sending a call and you're texting. The next time you're going to follow up with them is 3 days from now, which is Thursday. So you can check in a box that you called and text, right? And then what I do, if they don't actually answer me back, they don't message me back, there's no response, you can go ahead and put a yellow check mark there, or just highlight her name in yellow, because in that you basically know when you go back to follow up with her on day number 4 that she never basically responded to you on the first day, okay? Blue, if you heard back from her, she might text you back and said, who is this? Mary Kay, what? What are you talking about? Or I'm interested in having something, okay? So that means that you're hearing, there's some dialogue going back and forth between you and her. Pink means you called her, you texted her, you booked, okay? So that means this is some Mary Kay time for me, okay? Green means she may be interested in the business. She may hear something, or she knew somebody who was in Mary Kay, or just maybe what you share with her that she might be interested in, maybe going to an event or getting a little bit more information about Mary Kay, okay? Or maybe even having a career chat. So that's when you're gonna put green for her, okay? And then orange is also if you spoke with her but she didn't book. Like, people will respond to you, but they really didn't make a commitment to book. Okay, they didn't really give you a date. They didn't say yes, but they didn't say no. They kind of just answered you back on a text. It's kind of like they answer you on a text, but they said, who is this? And then you say, it's Angela with Mary Kay, and then no more dialogue. Okay, so no, but you know she's a real person because she's responding back. So it's okay. You just know you're gonna follow back up with her on Thursday, right? 3 days from the day that you called her, you're going to be following back up. So it gives you, these are all indicators basically to let you know as a beauty consultant what happened with that person. So you're not trying to keep that in your brain, because you're going to keep all your trackable items on a tracking sheet. Okay, does anybody have any questions for me?
Does that with all the colors and all that?
Huh? We're going to give you a sheet that has all the scripts, that has all the colors, every single thing. The only thing we're not going to give you is the contacts, because you guys already have those in your phones, or you have leads, but you are leaving here tonight well equipped to get this business done. Okay, so who's super excited?
Yes.
Super excited.
Super excited.
Super excited.
Woohoo.
Woo woo! Okay, so April is going to take you guys into a little bit more detail. Just a little bit more. Come on up, April.
All right, ladies. So was that kind of astonishing to hear after the 5th time that jumped to 81%?
Right. Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to be completely honest with you. You've gotten leads from somewhere, wherever you get your leads. I get the majority of my leads from my nail salon. I get anywhere from 30 to 45 a month from my nail salon, which is amazing. And you call once, they don't call you back. Text, call twice, don't call you back. You just toss that lead. Who's done that?
Like after.
Because I'm like, not worth my time, right?
I feel like I'm annoying them.
Yeah. Yes, but wasn't that astonishing? 81% at the 5th time. So one of the things, and you can find so many different videos out there for the 21-day challenge from Mary Kay directors and nationals. But one of the things they said to me, which really got me when I first saw this, was you're in business. People take you seriously when you give. There's a script in there that says, this April George with Mary Kay. You've gotten a free facial. Blah 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 blah. And if I don't hear back from you today, I'm gonna go ahead and give you a call back on Thursday. You call back on Thursday. And then then if you don't hear from them again, when do you call them again? It's all in the script. It all tells you to keep moving them forward. Yeah. And then what does that say? You call on the day you tell them that you're going to call. What does that make you?
Woman of your word.
A woman of your word. So what if then they call you back and they're like, oh, you know what? One of the examples they said is I'm gonna give birth tomorrow. Like I have my due C-section tomorrow, and so can you give me a call back in like 3 months? Sure, no problem. So in 3 months. June, July, August. So it'll be August. So I'm going to go ahead and give you a call back on August 1st. So you set that in for your August month. So you already have 1 lead for August, right? And you already have that. So you call her back on August 1st. Now you're still that woman of your word, and you are the woman in business, because that's what we're here for. I mean, if you're here today, you are in business. You're in a business. You're not just a part-time consultant that just wants to get your free discount. You're trying to make money. If you're trying to make money and trying to make a profit, you're in business. So that just shows them that you are a businesswoman. Now, if you're like, I might call those leads, I might do something with it, you're not really in business. You're just kind of, I got these leads, that's awesome. What are you gonna do with them? So now you have something to do with them. And I will totally admit that when I get these leads sometimes, I'm like, oh, what am I gonna do with them? And this 21-day challenge came to me because I was like, man, I'm calling them once, I'm calling them twice. I mean, Dee and I ran into that. We bought leads one time. We called them all 2 or 3 times, never called us back. I'm pretty sure I threw mine away just the other day. And now I'm kicking myself because I'm like, darn it. But now you have something to do with them, and you have a great way and a great script to keep moving forward. So I just wanted to share with you, my portion is to go into a little bit more detail on the 21-day challenge. Has anybody ever watched a video on the 21-day challenge? Yes, you have? So you kind of know what to do, the ones that have. Do you have your own tracking sheet for it? Okay. So I do have 2 different tracking sheets, the one that Angie showed you, and I have another one that came from a good friend in northern Montana. So you're going to get these 2. I'm not a big fan of either one of them, so I made my own. That is
yeah.
Thank you.
Not surprised.
When I was doing it, my husband stayed up one late one night. My husband's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like printing all over his printer because he has the color printer. And I said, "I just don't like this tracking sheet." And he goes, "Oh, so you recreated a whole one for yourself?" I said, "Sure did." So this is my tracking sheet, but I'm going to tell you that I have a calendar. My calendar is in one book. So this is my calendar for the month. I have it printed at Kinko's the day before the last day of the month prior, right? So this is what my daily calendar looks like. This is my calendar for today. You guys can all see? Do you see my little colors? Does it kind of jive with what Angela talked about? The yellow, the blue, the green, the pink?
Yeah.
Right? Okay, so forgive me because I was going out to get a prize that we're going to give away later. So what did Angela tell you if they don't call you back? What do you do with them? Did she tell you that?
Highlighted in yellow.
They're highlighted in yellow, right? So what do you do with them now if they're highlighted in yellow? Does anybody know?
She said call back 3 days later.
Call back 3 days later. So 3 days from now would be Thursday, right? So look at my Thursday. I already have 5 people to call on Thursday.
Nice.
I only need 5 more.
I so like this.
You see?
Yay! Sorry. That just made my day.
Like,
that just clicked it. It made my day make sense.
Click.
So does that make you feel a little bit better? Instead of having 10 every single day, you're rolling people forward. So when I call them here, and if they still don't call me, I'm gonna call them back in 3 days. And I'm gonna tell them that I'm gonna call you back on Sunday, and they're gonna move to my Sunday, and you just move them forward. But so these, you go from this. So I have one girl interested in the business, green,
Mhm.
right? Blue. What is blue? Does anybody remember what blue is? Just totally had a brain fart.
Response
Heard
with
back.
yes or no.
Respond, right? That we talk to them, and then I have a pink.
Booked. Party
Actually
booked.
booked, right? And then I have an orange.
Well, I didn't have a orange on our list. Orange is yellow.
Yeah, orange
Response,
was,
but then they didn't commit.
yeah,
Didn't commit.
they didn't commit.
But I'm gonna tell you that that particular orange did my product. So now she's just moving to my, I'm gonna call her back in 2 weeks and see how her product is doing.
Mm.
So there's a different list for that, but we're not talking about that today. So you guys can kind of see. And then I also have, so this is my day. This is my daily calendar. So it's all in one spot for me because it can't be scattered. I need to go to one spot and have it all in one spot and just be done. Because if I have to think about it too much, I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna be like, no, I'm gonna go look at Facebook or something, or not do something that isn't gonna produce me money. Yes.
You said that book is once a month. You have that.
This is my once a month calendar. So in the front of my thing, we can. This is just. I have my goals, my unit, who's moving up, my summer reds, get to my caddy, and then I have my recruiting. So if I have my chats, so it's all the same. Basically the front part's the same every single month, and then I have my notes and everything else like that. So it's all in one little spot. It cost me $15 to have printed at Kinko's. This one was a little bit more expensive because I had it double-sided, but I don't particularly like the double-sided. So real quick, we're gonna go through kind of like a mock thing so we can kind of see how it goes.
Okay, so just as a side note,
Yeah.
could you bring us one of those that's just like blank or empty? And then that way we can, no, your book.
Your monthly calendar.
What?
I want your monthly calendar, but my monthly calendar. But I like that. I like that whole format. Because when you buy a monthly calendar, it doesn't have enough space for all of that. That's great.
Yeah, I can.
I want a copy.
That's so nice.
Isn't it? You
That's
got a
like
copy of the right
That's
cat.
like the
Right.
biggest compliment when
Right.
somebody says, I want to copy you. Perfect. Yeah, let me,
Yeah.
box me later with your email and I'll send it to you. And I'll take out my personal crap and you can add your personal crap. Perfect. Because you can see on the front of mine, this is my whys and this is what I'm going to do at seminar on the bottom. This is what's going to be on my bling badge.
Oh,
So this,
cool.
I see it every single day because it sits like this on my desk and I open it up to my new day every day. And that's my why, my family. You guys saw my daughter. It's crazy. My son was in the car. He wanted to come once he heard she was on the video, so I may have to bring him back next time Lisa's videotaping something. Okay, so real quick, we're just gonna go through just a practical thing, and you guys are gonna tell me just so I know that you guys got the concept. So once again, what is yellow? Left a message.
Left a message. No
Okay.
response.
Blue is I heard back from them, but they have not booked yet. Pink, yay, pink, they booked, right? Green, interested in the business. And orange is if you spoke, but they didn't book, okay? And you're obviously gonna have more notes. So like I have a notes section after my calendar so that I can write notes about these people, especially for my oranges. So if they said call me back in 3 months, okay, I'm gonna call them back in 3 months. So, so the end of my day, what color should all of these names be?
Yellow.
They all should be yellow, right? So if I spoke with Susie Q, but she didn't book, what color?
Orange.
Yeah, no, orange is bought product, right? No, that one just happened to find product. But orange is if they
Haven't booked yet.
haven't booked yet.
Haven't booked yet. Sorry.
But
I'll
it's
show you
okay
something
if
else
they
that I
buy
do too.
product.
Yeah, it's okay.
Totally fine if they buy product.
Please buy products.
I'm like, I am that director. Everybody buys product for me, but I just can't seem to get anybody to join my team that wants to do anything. Okay.
Oh.
Sorry for those consultants that are going to watch this later that are doing something, but everybody else having a problem. Okay, so Susie Q called me and said, I want you, can you call me back in 3 months? What color is she going to be?
Orange.
Orange.
Okay, so then I just put a little orange dot here. And I take her card. If it's a profile card, if I facialed her and it's a profile card, I take her card and I move it 3 months. So I pull out that 3-month August folder and I have her card in there for me to call her back, okay? So, what happens if I haven't facialed somebody? Like what do you write down? Where do you write your stuff down for them? Where do you write it down at?
I
Don't know?
have a
I don't know.
or a lead notebook or
Okay, so I have made these up for my people. Like I get new customers on Mary Kay in Touch, or I warm shatter somebody and I get their name and number. So I also have this for you guys too to take home and do it. And so I'll show you. Sorry, my nose is running all of a sudden. In my calendar, I've got my 2 ladies that I called for this one. So I have her name, the date that I called her, and what I did. Left a message for her. So she's gonna move to my Thursday day. So this is, I'm going off camera, Lisa, sorry. This is what one of you guys is gonna win today if I can get it to work. So I made this for you guys today.
Cool.
So it's Monday through Sunday and all of the months.
That's just my
Okay.
Oh, awesome.
And then you have all of your highlighter colors.
Oh,
Okay.
look at that.
So we're gonna draw one of you guys to win this. So she told me to call her in 3 months from now. So her little card is gonna go in to August.
Awesome.
Done. If I have a profile card for her, August. Because you know your profile cards that you can tear away, right? So most of my profile cards I keep in a binder, so I have everybody's prior information, what they bought for me. So if they say I want that same foundation, can you get it for me? Okay, let me go put a profile card. I got it. But then I tear off that front sheet with their contact information, and it goes in here.
Smart
Okay.
pants.
Yeah.
But
And you're not doing extra work either because you're.
well, it is a little bit redundant for me because I have them written in here, I have them written on here, and they're in here, and I'm moving them to my calendar and everything else like that. But at least I know where my stuff is. And in the very back, you have a section for new leads. As I break your box, awesome. I'll buy you a new one. So I have this for you guys as well. And then I just wanted to show you just real briefly. So on my lead boxes, I get, I have these little sheets. Does it look familiar to anybody? These little itty bitty things. And it's just really irritating me. I just can't take it, but I can't do anything bigger on my lead boxes. So I have them in here. So then I transfer them to these little sheets until I get them onto a profile card. And then I staple this to the back of the profile card, which goes in my file folder. So do you see how many pages of leads I have? Way more than 30, right? So every day I am adding 3 to, like Thursday, my 5 new leads for Thursday is gonna come right from here. My newest leads that I got from my divas. But I only need 5, right? So every day I'm adding something in new. And as a seasoned consultant, hopefully you will have, get 30 new leads a month or whatever, however you get your leads or what have you. So you'll be going off your new leads and not your old profile cards. But I strongly challenge you to go back to your old profile cards and do that with them as well. Because I guarantee you, if you're anything like me, some of them may have fallen through the cracks and you haven't followed up with them, and they could be a brand new opportunity for you. And then I also have my section where they just said, please don't ever call me again. And then I still ask them, can I add you to my PCP program so you'll get a new catalog, especially if they ordered something from me. If I'm not interested in doing a party and I'm not interested in talking to you about the business, well, can I still add you to my, especially if they're brand new leads. And I can't, because mostly everybody will take the free facial. Mostly everybody will take the free facial. And plus, I also give out a gift card to Divas where I get my nails done, and everybody wants to get involved in that. So, go back through your profile cards, get your new leads. All right. Now we go back to my little thing. So Mary P booked. What
Pinky.
color?
Pink.
See, she booked, so she would be pink. And so I also have all my little highlighters in here because they just run away. Or my children steal them, so they don't even know I have these pens, that's why I still have all my colors. Okay, and what if Jennifer K, she was like, oh my gosh, I totally want to do what you do. You're totally amazing, and I want to be just like you.
Green.
Green.
She wants a copy like Zaza.
And what other color did I have?
Smart girl.
Okay, I heard back from her, but she wants to look at her calendar and talk to a few girlfriends before she books her party with me. What color?
Blue.
Blue.
And I didn't say it because you pulled it out.
You talk to them, but they haven't booked a party yet. So like what I just said, like I talked to this girl and she wants to check her calendar and she wants to talk to a few girlfriends before she actually sets a final date. Pink is if they set a date with you. So like you can see, Angela, I'm just throwing your little things around.
Okay, I'm sorry.
In my calendar right here, I'm so sorry. Miss Rita in Napa, she booked a party with me for the first week in June. So I was telling Angela that she called me just as I was trying to run out the door, and I was late today. So I just marked her as pink because I still had my highlighters out. But the note that I would write here, I would write June 6th party. So she would be pink, and then her party date would be there. And so then she would go to my next day here where I'm doing my coaching calls. So her name would be the first name, or hopefully not blank like all of this tomorrow is. And I'd get her guest list, and I'd send out the invites. And so I check for her. So she just moves. She just rolls forward when they book the party, and I just keep them in my book.
So she's booked, and you're gonna call her back to get her guest list, so then you can begin the pre-profiling.
Exactly. That's not all on here because I don't need to have all of that notes. Otherwise, my calendar would be like 3 pages long for one day. Okay, so I talked to 4 people today. Got my little dots on my thing. They're all highlighted yellow. So what do I do with these 6?
Roll them 3 days later, right?
Roll them. Today's Monday, so I'm going to roll them to Thursday. I already have 6 of my 10 people that I need to talk to. That I'm going to call again, right? But don't get discouraged, because when does the most bookings and the most sales come from?
5 or 6.
After 5 or 6.
That tips. Yeah.
And you want to know, I will tell you that don't ever think that you're bothering somebody, because I will tell you on the 6th attempt of these 3 parties that I had last week, every single one of them was after the 6th phone call.
Wow.
After the 6th. And they said, oh my gosh, thank you so much for calling me back, because I accidentally deleted your voicemail. Or you weren't programmed into my phone and you got lost in my texts. Now I'm going to tell you right now, I am so extremely busy with life in general that I have voicemails on my phone that if they're not my friends that are right on the top of my list, because my best friend just lost her mom, so I'm dealing with her and her sister right now. I'm not dealing with anybody else. So I've got voicemail messages that I haven't listened to that are over a week old. They're not customers, they're not anything like that, and they're not, old appraisal stuff or anything, but I'm that person. Or if you text me and I've been getting a ton of texts, you're gonna go down on my list, you're not gonna be in my front thing, So I totally get that, totally understand. I'm like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. Or I had sold extra product just because I called them, they said, I really don't want to have a party, but oh my gosh, I totally need to get that moisturizer. Or I need a new foundation because it's summertime coming. Or you remember that bronzer that you showed me a few weeks ago? Oh my gosh, I totally want that. So you're still selling product. And that was the 6th attempt, a $1,500 week on 3-6 phone calls.
Wow.
And my normal was to throw it away after 2.
Right.
To throw it away after 2. Wow. Can you guys get excited about that?
Yes.
Could you get excited about $750 coming into your bank account for, I'm not even joking with you guys, I swear, I think each party was, my parties go long because I like to talk, 2 hours, 6 hours, and maybe half an hour of prep after each party, before each party. So that's 7.5 hours. 7.5 hours, $750. $100 an hour. Profit. That just is mind blowing for me, and I'm still able to do everything for my son because it's the end of the year. If anybody has children, you know what the end of the year is all about. It's crazy. If you're a teacher, you definitely know what the end of the year is all about. And let me tell you, I'm a room mom, and the teacher is coming to me for everything. And I'm just I'm mind blown with everything that I have to get done. But I was still able to make $750 and put that in my bank account and pay, I don't even know how many bills. Not very many because the cost of living is ridiculous, but still be able to do that. And my husband not have to freak out about it. And still go to school every single day and talk to the teacher and see every performance and do this and do that. And have my daughter home with me for one day because she really wanted to stay home with mommy and go get her toes done. How many of you can say that you're able to do that? So this works. This works. I'm going to tell you, when I was in Texas and I had my new director of education, all 3 of the girls were in that room doing this, and I felt like I was 5 million steps behind them because I had no idea what the 21-day challenge was. I didn't have any parties on my books at that particular time, and they showed me, and I did the 30 people just from my cell phone. just for my cell phone. Now I'm gonna guarantee you everyone in my cell phone has gotten a text from me in the past. But after 2 of them, I stopped doing it. I was like, oh, forget them, I'm not doing it anymore. But I recontacted them. 3 parties on my books. 2 more this week. And I have another one on Tuesday.
Nice.
Before the end of the month. All from this 21-day thing. And all from me starting when I was back in Dallas, probably 21 days ago. Thereabouts. Can you guys get excited about that? Isn't it fun that you actually have something that and there's different ways, like Angela was talking, her and I were talking earlier today, and one of the things when I was getting my bachelor's degree that I learned is that everybody learns differently. And you have to find something that works for you. So I am just so crazy that nothing ever works for me, so I have to come up with my own way. And so we're giving you a whole bunch of tools today in hopes that you can find your way, tweak it. All of these are in editable documents, so if you're just like, April, I really like this, but I want to change something, can you send me the main one? I'll send it to you and change it whatever way you want to do it. So you guys are all going to get a copy of this. I'll start handing it out. Does anybody have any questions? I cannot believe that there are no questions.
I'm excited about the 5 times. I meet people like quite often because I'm a renewed consultant, seasoned as we like to call it.
Yeah.
So I can't necessarily go to maybe all of my family and friends like I could when I first started at this point. So it's kind of awesome to me because I meet people a lot just everywhere that I am. So I love the fact that I can contact them multiple times because I'm that person. I don't want to seem like I'm bugging them. Because I know how I am and I don't want to be like, hey. I don't want to be that person. But at the same time, we are in business. So I love that
We
I
are,
can
you know what,
go
and so
5
we give you all of these scripts. So Angela has a different one, I have a different one. I'm finding there's so many different ways to do it, but the main thing is always pretty much the same. So we have leads that have won something. So my diva leads that have won the thing. Warm chats. Sorry. Do you, I'm trying to, ever since Angela told me one day after this meeting that she was going to Target because she needed 2 more names, I thought to myself, why am I not going to Target at 9 o'clock at night? Why not?
Or in the morning. If you go in the morning, like when kids are in school, and then the moms are going like in their sweats to go, pick up little whatever, the grocery store or like Target or Walmart. Yeah.
Yeah, and so we have the warm chats. So we give, girl, I'm right there with you because now that's what I'm doing. I'm dropping my kids off and then I schedule at least half an hour to 45 minutes for me to go walk around Target, walk around Raley's, or go to Costco. And that's where I'm warm chattering, those 3 places. And I'm at least getting anywhere from 2 to 5 names at those places. So we give you little scripts to talk about. And if you have a hard time warm chattering, come talk to me because I'm just, find something that looks amazing on them. Like today, like your shoes, I'd be like, oh my gosh, girl, I totally love your shoes. And and then I would talk to them about, I'm a Mary Kay consultant, and we have to wear super cute shoes. Where do you get those? Where'd you get those? And then I would be like, oh my gosh, you are so pretty. I am looking for a model for Monday. Would you please come? Because I just have this really great look that I would love to try on you. I think it's going to look amazing. Would you be willing to come and be my model on Monday? That's how my warm chatters start. I had an amazing waitress the other day at a restaurant, and I was just like, you show everything that I want to have on my team. This may not be for you, but will you please just let me chat with you about this opportunity? And she was like, sure, no problem. Oh my gosh, I want to make money. That's why she's a waitress. Get those free tips. New consultants, seasoned consultants. So we give you all of these scripts in here for you to text out and call out. And it gives you 2. One for a text message and one for a voicemail. Okay? So we have all of that for you. No questions, really?
Can I say something on your waitress thing?
Yeah.
Because I learned this yesterday.
Sure.
That waitresses and hostesses now, they get paid minimum wage in the state of California. So people now are not tipping like they used to tip. So now their money is going to change. So just to let you know, for those people who are servers, their money is going to change drastically soon, shortly. Right now it's happening because people aren't tipping them like they used to tip them the 8 and the 10 and the 15% because they feel like they don't have to because now they get minimum wage. So that makes a huge difference in a server's life. I used to be a server. So
the minimum wage has been happening actually, because when I came to California over 10 years ago, came back to California, I was serving and we were making the minimum wage because I was making over $8 an hour before tips. That was 10 years ago. So.
Wow.
They just recently changed it, so now they're making $10 an hour. But
I don't know, if you're my
people-
server and my children are with me, you're gonna get a really big tip because
Yeah,
I'm trying to
right.
make a mess. So this is Angela's book, and so she just does it by month. And what I absolutely love about this is this would fit in my little purse, coming with me, in my bag.
I like to travel light, and I like to have my things wherever I go. So I have a bag, I keep it in my car, so anytime I'm stuck somewhere, you guys, my Facebook and everything I need right then and there, I just call.
Oh, that's cool.
So you can create your, well, I mean, you can go get the little index cards that fit this, and you can just create your own little things right there.
Target.
Dollar section.
You might find it in the dollar section. I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah, my house in New York, while hers at Dollar Tree is the same, when she spent $1, I bought that at Target for $5.99, so check, Dollar Tree.
Dollar Tree is amazing, but
What's
be
up?
careful because you're gonna come up with a lot of stuff that you did not need.
Right.
On the 21 day challenge, why is it now a 7-point close, and what's the satin hand survey?
What are you talking about?
The 21 day
It's
thing?
on that sheet.
Oh, I wasn't even here. Was not here last week. Tony,
I have questions you can't answer. Sorry.
I'm phoning in a friend. The
The
21 day.
I'm sorry. There's a satin hand survey, and then why is it a 7-point close when it's only been an 8-point close?
Yeah, it was changed, don't worry about it.
I have a 5-point close, it don't matter, just close them out. On some stuff, I take cash, debit, or credit.
That's my dog.
You wanna sell some stuff? Okay.
You want to sell
Okay,
something?
my
My dog.
personality, people, you all crazy.
What is the satin hand survey?
Right.
Huh?
The satin hand survey?
You can use any satin hand
Okay.
survey you want to, just Google it. How does your hands feel? Have you ever tried Mary Kay before? Would you recommend this to a friend? You wanna buy some stuff? I take cash, debit, or credit.
Close them out.
Yes.
All right, so any questions on the 21 day challenge that I shared and Angela shared with you today? Because the little box thing, I apologize. I was not here last week, so I will not even lie to you. I haven't even opened that up. But I just read part of it, and I've already have some of them checked off. But I don't get to win prizes anymore, so that's probably why. I did see one seminar. Who's going to seminar?
Mm-hmm.
Who's booked their hotel?
I have a hotel, but I haven't paid for bought airfare yet.
I bought my plane ticket.
You bought your plane. Who paid for airfare?
I paid for half of it. I'm getting there. I don't know how I'm getting back though.
I love it. I love it.
Like,
I
I'm
love
doing a
it.
seminar.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, you're doing this 21 day challenge. You're gonna pay for that other half in a week.
That's right.
No joke. And Lisa and I are flying out of Southwest, and our flight was less than $500 there and back. If you want to contact me, I'm getting the execucar. So
Yes.
the execucar is gonna pick me up at the airport, and I don't have to wait for a shuttle or nothing. All my handouts. So if you want to ride with us, we'll be flying at a certain time. So
Anybody else in here in Emerald besides me and Dee
That's
and
your whole
Tony?
packet.
Oh, it
Any
is?
more
Okay.
emeralds? So if you guys, there is a flight out of SAC. That's the one me and Dee is taking. I know it was 324. I checked the other day, it went up a little bit. But if you guys want to do something, carpool over or something to the airport or something like that, we can definitely do that too, okay? We can take executive car too, it doesn't matter.
it is not that bad price. If you
I
get
know
enough
when you
people.
guys said that, I'm super excited because our national we always rented a limo and then that kind of just dropped off and then we just been doing super shadow, but if we get enough people together, we can all do the same thing.
Lyft and Uber and from there.
Huh?
I'm gonna tell you right now, the car that came and picked me up.
I honestly
for
tell
Lyft
you
and
the
Uber was
price
not big
kind
enough
of
for
can
my
range out to
luggage.
the same if you have enough people.
Yeah, I'm right. The execucar for Lisa and I from Love Field to our hotel is $75 or $90 one way.
I'll add me to that because I think I'm
But
on the
that's
same
the
budget.
short drive. That's a lot for.
They pick me up in a Suburban. They stand there with my little name. They grab my luggage off the conveyor belt. They walk it to
That's
the
why
car.
she's working
worth
so
it.
hard to get
Worth
their
it.
prestige.
I don't
ride,
even
okay?
have to. I don't have to Uber any app. Nothing.
Uber is a joke.
I like Lyft.
I'm sorry, I'm kind of with that.
So I think we are totally done. You guys have any questions? I know April answered every single thing. Tony is running to the front to get some info.
That Uber is a joke, y'all. That's scary.
I got picked up in a Lincoln. the other day.
It's scary. Do you know that they don't have to go through any kind of licensing, fancy background check or
I'd
nothing?
rather
Don't
go
call
with
no
the
Uber up in
taxi
Oakland,
than
people,
anything
'cause you
else.
don't know who's gonna come get you.
And
I'm
everybody is
serious.
doing it.
I mean, we haven't had any incidents yet, but just be aware, because cabbies have to go through a pretty extensive, and they put garbage too. But you have to go through a pretty extensive licensing and this and that to get that. They call it a hack license. Just be careful with that stuff, especially when you're in this town that you don't know. It's one thing if you're familiar enough. That way, if they were supposed to turn left and they turn right, you know where you're going, kind of thing. But if you're rolling around Dallas, I wouldn't do it. I'd go in with some homies and I'd get that executive car and treat yourself. You know what I mean? It's a pretty good deal.
It's amazing.
It's you deserve it. If you worked hard enough to get to seminar, you want to have a good experience. You don't want to be with you don't want to get to where you're going and be like, girl, you know what just happened to me?
Because we have those stories.
Right here. Lost my rental car, no joke. 3
Oh,
a.m.
that's
in the
right.
morning, no one to get me to my hotel, and the airplane court did not care. Now that executive car tracks your flight.
Yeah.
And they said if my plane, they would know everything, and if I arrived at 3 a.m. that somebody would be there with a little plaque with my name on it to take me to my hotel.
And they're a division of Super Shuttle. They are. So it's a larger
Super Shuttle
conglomerate.
last year, on our ride to the airport from the convention center, completely insulted our company to the entire van full of Mary Kay consultants, and I emailed them and told them how it was, and I was like, I'm never riding with you guys again. I can't believe you let your driver insult our company when we're there for how many days?
Here's the thing. Where are my homies out here? Where are my homegirls who know me? I think everybody knows me in here. I speak it.
Yes.
If you're gonna go there, you're gonna get what for, and I don't care, because I'll take my Mary Kay hat off and I'll be like, you know what? I just need to let you know, and I will tell that person, and probably get a round of applause and a standing ovation. So I don't care. I really don't.
I
need to email you. Very, very bad. I'm so sorry. I apologize.
Okay.
I'm about to take your completed one. Give it to me.
You can't. I am so sorry.
Here, do you want this one, and then we can make copies.
Just if I can make copies.
Here you go. Yeah, take that one, and then we'll make copies.
Are you close by enough?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Are you kidding me?
That'll work.
I thought I made
Right?
enough copies, but apparently.
I'll follow you tonight, and then we can make copies. We'll go straight to Kinko's. I promise we'll get it.
Okay.
I'm like, before she leave my house, she
Oh,
gonna be
you
like,
don't have any?
She has one.
Oh,
this one.
I was gonna say, if you didn't have it, I would give you
Okay, so I have another question.
Yes.
I have a question and a comment. Okay, so the other question was, we're gonna do that raffle. Is that the raffle for the 21-day challenge that we said we're gonna do
Nope. This
last
is
week?
completely me and Angie
Cool.
doing this. If you're here today and you were here for this specific training today, you might win that. This is everybody. This has nothing to do with Lisa and Tony.
Okay.
We didn't even talk to them about what we were doing. We just said this is what we're doing. Is everybody's business card in here?
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hold up.
Well, mine's in there.
This is what we're doing. This is how we're doing it. I honestly tell you guys, because you know what we want to do?
I got D,
We want to make sure that your bank account at the end of this summer
Christine.
has so
You're on the
much
table.
money that you cannot wait to get it the same way for Christmas,
That's right.
okay?
On the table.
That
How
is
I was
fine.
on the table. Thank you for putting me back.
Aisha? Aisha? I'm like, keep trying to like read your name tag. I'm like, what? I can't read that far. Tony.
Yeah.
Nancy.
Mm-hmm.
Madrea. Did you put 2?
Me and her.
Oh. I was like, look at you, Jaja. You
I'm not for the
put 2
job, I'm
in.
for the job.
That's right,
That's a match.
Take it all out.
Okay, so
just be y'all.
you know, y'all lopsided. Okay, so letting all you ladies know, yesterday was my birthday. I'm quite excited. Happy birthday to me.
Happy
Happy
birthday!
Turn up. And so I brought snacks. My grandmother's sweet potato pie is over there. What? I said my grandmother's, my granny's sweet potato pie.
So you know that stuff is good and it's gonna
Oh, you
add
know
some
what,
pounds.
too?
I'm just saying.
And just a reminder, I believe next Monday is a holiday because it's Memorial Day, right? Is that right? So, no meeting. And it will be my 21st year anniversary. I'm super excited, you guys. I'm gonna with Mary Kay. With Mary Kay, and I'm only sharing that with you guys to say this. That don't think because over the long weekend that everybody cannot hear about the Mary Kay career opportunity and have a facial. Because I honestly tell you guys that I did the career chat on the 31st, which is the last day of the month, that I had no idea was the last day of the month, knew nothing about Mary or Kay. Signed an agreement, it's true. Signed an agreement on that day and did an $1,800 order all on the 31st of the month. So I honestly tell you, talk your business up on a holiday, okay?
Did they take you to dinner, please?
Nothing, girl. They sent me home, and I went to them. Okay, how about that? Okay,
Buy
so
you coffee?
Can I get some of that?
nope, none of that. Okay, so winner, chicken dinner. Like somebody's card don't want to stick. Okay, who is it? Everybody's a winner, but oh my God, it's D! Are you super excited? Wait, first of all, go back, and put all over again. You just kind of, I know her personality, you guys, and you just kind of like leave
You need to turn Periscope.
Come on.
I was dancing.
All right, come on. You just got up
Girl,
like,
come on.
hey! There you go. That's what we
No,
talking
I
about.
want to see all that.
That is a fucking dinner right there.
Yay! Very pretty. Okay, take a picture and post it so we can copy it.
Huh?
I said, open it up, take a picture, and post it so we can copy it.
Okay.
Yeah, it is.
I need a picture of that.
She's gonna take a picture and post it.
We're all gonna dance.
You right? You're gonna post it on Box on Monday night?
Okay. So there's still
All right,
working
cool.
in there. So you
I'm doing good.
any other reminders? I think all the
No,
questions
no
have been
meeting next.
answered.
We said no meeting.
No
right?
meeting
No
next
meeting.
week. Tony, you have any events, any
Oh
updates?
yes, actually, you know what? I do. There's some stuff going on. Okay, so tomorrow night, well, y'all already heard the info, but if you want to hear it again, tomorrow night in San Francisco in our Daly City studio, we are going to have the same training again. So if you're not aware, there are unit meetings down there. If you have anybody in the San Francisco Daly City, Serramonte, whatever area close enough to drive, fly, hitchhike, bless you, whatever, please send them to us because we are really excited about that studio space. Bless you. Oh,
And it's on Tuesday nights at
baby. It's
7?
Tuesday nights at 7. I try to list the flyers and stuff on both groups. Bless you. Poor baby. Oh, decent photos. Oh, my God, phone is buzzing. Okay, so on Thursday the 2nd, there is a makeover model night at that same location in Daly City. On Thursday the 9th, there will be one here.
Okay.
I'm leading it. Nobody else, y'all just hearing about this for the first time because I'm like, I have way too many people asking for a color clinic or a makeover clinic or whatever. So we'll do that Thursday night. So you can start inviting people. You'll see the flyer, the Pit Collage flyer come out tonight for that. It'll be here, 6:30 check-in registration, 7 p.m. start time, okay? Then anybody has anyone in the coastal Santa Maria, 5 Cities area, Lisa and I are starting to develop that area. So if you have anybody down, that's San Luis Obispo, Pismo Beach, San Maria, Santa Barbara's a little bit far, but we are starting to work down there. That's where we were over the weekend, and that's where we did all of our stuff and got a bunch of new people down there, which is going to be really exciting to build another pocket of consultants because there's nobody down there. Population of Santa Maria is 100,000, and there ain't no directors down there.
What? I need to move to Santa
Oh,
Maria.
hello! Yeah, right?
Come on, you
So
said nothing.
if you have anybody down there, there's a big event on. Oh, hold up. well, there's a big event on the 8th, so the 9th, that's tentative. Shoot, I just shot myself in the foot.
That's okay. You got the following Thursday.
Yeah,
Could do the 16th.
that's true. Even though I don't want to.
So
They
you'll-
have to though. They can all wait. You can invite more people. So what do y'all think about this training?
It's exciting.
Are you like, can you wrap your head around it?
Yeah,
Exciting.
Like,
yeah.
I think I'm gonna do that, or at least give it a go. You know, it keeps things organized. I know these ladies were so excited to show it to you. I was like, yeah. And then I had sent a video out to my unit as well, and I was like, wow, okay. Everybody is doing it, but it's really just simplicity. It's just keeping yourself focused and organized on your business so that you're not losing your mind. Because how many of you have JOB? You work full time, right? So
Yeah.
you've got that, then you still have life, right? Your job is not your life. That's just part of your life. Then you have life, kids, whatever, partying, whatever. Yeah, right?
Good times.
And then you have your Mary Kay, you know? So this helps you compartmentalize and keep things focused so when you pick it up, you know exactly where to start again. So I like it. But this is the time, ladies, this is the time to kick it into high. It's spring, the weather, I know the weather's kind of weird, but it's springtime. People are more energetic. In summertime, they're more willing to do stuff, you know? We had the excuse of winter, whatever that was. I don't even think it was winter. Like, really? You know?
I love the statistics of after the 5th.
That was crazy.
That one blows my mind because I have stopped at the 3rd or 4th time, not realizing one more contact would have blown everything out of the water.
Yeah, well, and think about yourself. I think these ladies gave the example, too, of how busy, I mean, April's got a lot of life going on. We all have life that happens to us and for us, and it distracts us. So if you're getting a random text from someone you don't know, she's not on your radar, she's not in your circle, it's going to go to the bottom and then eventually get deleted. How many text messages do each of you think you receive in a day on your phone?
At least.
Yeah, I get a lot.
A lot. Well, then you got no excuse. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? It comes up in your feed, if you will, and it goes down to the bottom, especially if it's someone you don't know.
Right.
But then the number pops up again, or the follow up the phone call. Oh, hey, and it's true by the 5th time, and I was guilty too. Like I would get leads from a booth or something like that, and my rule. 3 strikes, you're out.
Yeah, that's
I'll be like, no, really,
Like,
make it through.
It works
Yeah,
for
no, there's
baseball
no
and
treat
softball, so
Right.
I'm going to use it. 3 strikes, you're out. Well, really, it's 6 strikes, you're out, not 3. And that's just the world that we live in. We're so busy. We're so inundated with technology that we're just busy. You know, probably back in the day, you could make 1 phone call or 2 phone calls and get a live person and book it and make that. But that's not today. That's not how it is. That's not the way things are for. Even, I'm not even going to say just the young people, for anybody who's got one of these. But,
I had something to add real
Yeah.
fast. So, I've been running into this. I'm going to see if you guys have too, where people are like, you know what? My house isn't big enough. I don't want you to. I love having parties at my house because it gives me an excuse to really clean and get stuff organized. I clean off my kitchen counter. All my son's little school stuff goes away. My daughter's Barbies go back to her room. I love having parties at my house, but a lot of people aren't like that, right? So I am trying to set something up where we do this. Thank you. Where we do it at the studio. And what has been so amazing is when people come up to me, or when they say that to me, my house isn't big enough, or I live in an apartment, I don't really have that space, or, you know, I only have like 1 or 2, I only have 1 friend that would totally come with me. No problem. I do facials at the studio, and they're like, you have a studio? Yes, I do, on Thursdays and Sundays. So I've been really trying to set that up, and so I want other directors, other consultants, if you can start using that and box me, I will come and open the studio for you. I will sit in the back, or if you want my help, I'm a really good assistant. I can squirt stuff real good into his little trays. So, but if you want to start using that, if you're running into that, don't let that stop you. You have other options. Come to the studio. Thursdays, Sundays, sometimes Saturdays, but I believe sometimes there's meetings here on Saturday mornings, and so I've been trying to do Saturday afternoons, which is summertime is hard because everybody's doing barbecues. But I've been doing Sundays after church. early afternoon, 2 to 4. Just come in, color facial, the Las Vegas legs, that kind of thing. Just trying to do some new things. Come in and get your new foundation done. So if you want to take advantage of that, Vox me, and we can move forward with that.
You should absolutely. This woman sells like gangbusters, and she could definitely help you boost your business if you take advantage of that. Seriously, I mean, anytime there's a director that's willing to put herself at your disposal, right? I mean, yeah, we helping ourselves out too, but you might as well come and take advantage of.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna come and have you sell some repair.
Right?
Repair queen.
That's
Yeah.
$600. The repair is easy squeezy.
So,
Yeah, sure.
yeah, use the bathroom. No, I'm just kidding.
Off your feet.
All on video.
Yeah,
Off your seats and on your feet.
Yeah, we can do that. I just like to dance, but you can do that thing if you want to do that thing. That thing.
Woo woo. Okay, we can dance. We can dance our way right up out of here. It doesn't matter to me. I'm open.
No, they're gonna catch it too when you start yelling. Do you know it?
She does.
Yeah.
I am unique.
I am unique.
I have big, huge, audacious goals.
I have big, huge, audacious goals.
I go where the women dare not go.
I go where the women dare not
I'm
go.
out of that zone of comfort and ease.
I'm out of that zone of comfort and
And
ease.
I am the one who will reach my dream.
And I am the one who will reach my dreams.
I will earn my star.
I will earn my
I will
star.
earn my car.
I will earn my car.
I'm going to seminars.
I'm going to seminars.
I say,
why
not me?
Why not me?
Why not me?
Why not me?
Why not me?
Why not me?
You guys have an awesome holiday. We cannot wait to hear about your 21-day challenge report when you come back.
I know it's going to be exciting.
Somebody go stop watching or